Unfortunately for Angel, she was caught on a hot mic last night during a timeout running her mouth about one Sabrina Ionescu. And my goodness, that was a mistake.
Now, Sabrina came on guard. They're switching. It's over.
Ionescu just silenced Angel Reese after a clip surfaced of Angel claiming she can't guard. Reese talked a big game, but Ionescu made sure she had a front row seat to her own reality check. 1 minute, she was bragging. The next, she was scrambling, not just to defend the basket, but to defend her own words. Looks like the only thing unguarded was her pride. Somebody get her a rewind button.
Score would be 70. Can Ionescu make it more? Off one leg for three! Sabrina! Magic!
Believe it or not, trash talk is part of the game. Some of the greatest rivalries in sports have been built on bold words, sharp taunts, and unshakable confidence. But every athlete knows one rule. If you're going to talk, you better back it up. Otherwise, you become the headline for all the wrong reasons. Angel, this one's for you. Smile.
Things about Unrivaled is that it's a made-for-television product, right? And they're trying to give you experiences as a fan in regards to that, the way that they broadcast the games. But there may have been a comment that made it to air in the most recent contests between the Rose and the Phantom that perhaps people weren't supposed to hear. And it came from Angel Reese.
That's exactly what went down when Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed queen of defense, let her confidence run wild mid-game in the Unrivaled League. Cameras caught her boldly declaring that Sabrina Ionescu couldn't guard her, a clip that instantly became internet gold. But the real headline wasn't in what Reese said, it was in what happened next. Because, oh boy, karma didn't waste a second.
Now, Sabrina came on guard. They're switching.
Reese's words had barely settled when Sabrina Ionescu turned the court into her personal shooting range. The New York Liberty star and three-point sniper didn't need to respond with words. She let her game do all the talking. Like a human flamethrower, she caught fire from beyond the arc, sinking 7 of 10 threes with a rhythm so deadly even Steph Curry would have nodded in approval. Shot after shot, swish after swish, it became painfully clear the only one who couldn't be guarded that night was Sabrina.
Reese has come out and talking about Sabrina Ionescu and the fact that she can't play defense, and Sabrina Ionescu has responded.
Reese, on the other hand, struggled to keep up as the unstoppable Ionescu and her squad took full control, exposing every defensive flaw and making sure Reese's bold claim aged like expired milk. The energy in the arena shifted. Fans, commentators, even the opposing bench could feel it. This wasn't just a game. It was a statement.
The Ghost Gang feels more full with Sabrina in the lineup. Sabali, 3, that's the ball game! Ghost Gang!
When would the inevitable social media response drop? Not only did Ionescu's squad walk away with the win, but the entire game's storyline became about one thing: Angel Reese calling out the wrong player. Trash talk only works if you back it up. Otherwise, it's just a headline waiting to happen. And if there was any doubt that Ionescu knew exactly what went down, she erased it the moment she logged onto X. In response to the viral clip of Reese saying, "She can't guard me," Ionescu fired back with just 3 cold-blooded letters. LOL, that's all it took.
Sabrina this morning, 9:12 a.m., laugh out loud. Sabrina Ionescu right there. Yeah, she crushed them. Watch what you're doing. A little bit like Caitlin Clark. You piss her off, she's going to
Let's be clear. Angel Reese, who suddenly struggled to match her usual energy on the court, got humbled. And if this game proved anything, it's that words can come back to bite harder than expected. Reese is no stranger to internet buzz, whether it's her heated rivalry with Caitlin Clark or her unapologetic confidence as a dominant force in the league. She thrives in the spotlight. And sure, we've seen her land on the wrong side of a highlight reel before. But this time, she wasn't the one making the plays, she was the one getting played.
Yet more records, attendance-wise and ratings-wise, that Caitlin Clark has now obtained and captured. And she drew another big rating on NBA TV which she's broken every WNBA record they've had on there this year, and then she broke another one.
Angel Reese made a bold claim. Sabrina Ionescu made an even bolder statement with her game. The lesson? Confidence is great, but winning is better. And sometimes, the best clapback isn't words. It's a cold, hard stat line that ends the conversation before it even begins. As for Reese, she might want to think twice before underestimating a shooter like Ionescu, because when she catches fire, there's no defense in the world that can stop her. And if anyone disagrees, just check the scoreboard. Yet, despite her team, the unrivaled Rose, sitting at a miserable 1-win record, Reese just doesn't seem to know when to stop talking. She keeps running her mouth like she's dominating the league, but the reality couldn't be further from it. The Rose are falling apart, and instead of stepping up, Reese is doing more talking than playing, making herself...
Sabrina Ionescu would be right to be offended by it because she's a champion. And also, she had a great performance. So perhaps her LOL was indeed for that. She did speak after the game. Of course, she wasn't asked about that.
It was Sabrina Ionescu who made Angel Reese look foolish. A true star and one of the best guards in the game, Ionescu put on a show, completely outclassing Reese while she was busy flexing after a routine rebound. Meanwhile, Sabrina was out there putting up numbers, leading her team to victory, and proving why she's one of the WNBA's brightest talents. And let's be real, Reese isn't even a guard. She had no business being in the same conversation as Ionescu to begin with. Yet, somehow, she always finds a way to insert herself into the narrative, even when she's the one getting embarrassed. This loss, just another chapter in what's becoming an increasingly humiliating season for Reese. Despite all the hype she brings to the Rose, the team just isn't winning. With only one victory so far, every game seems to highlight more flaws.
If you're going to do that and get cooked, if you're going to do that and get absolutely cooked, I mean, it's still for me, it's still like grand. It's not the end of the world. It's sports. It's something that we see.
Last week was already humiliating for Angel Reese when she got benched in favor of Lexi Hull. Yes, Lexi Hull, a player with nowhere near the hype or social media presence of Reese, yet proving to be far more valuable on the court. Hull plays with controlled intensity, makes smart decisions, and most importantly, doesn't act like she's the biggest name in the league while barely making an impact. Reese's trash talk has become more of a meme than an actual intimidation tactic. Back in college, her attitude was seen as confident, maybe even entertaining. But in the pros, where everyone is talented and no one is impressed by empty words, it's starting to backfire. Opponents aren't rattled by Reese, they're laughing at her. The more she talks, the clearer it becomes that she can't back it up at this level. And let's be clear, this isn't just about 1 or 2 bad games.
What do you say? Can't pays the bills.
Can't pay them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. I'm gonna do the math real quick.
Might cover that. Yeah, it covers that. It definitely covers that.
What is I don't even know my salary. 74? Okay. Times.
Here, I'll do it.
Yeah. I don't even know my salary. Does it? What is it? You don't even... Yo! I'm living beyond my means! It's like...